Hey guys, Ryan here for Bender Wins. Good morning. Here we are, Sunday morning, and Sunday morning means one thing. Over 18 men's water polo, right? No, it doesn't. It means football, guys. We got football today. Very exciting. All right, so I got 5 picks for you guys today, and I'm probably going to do another video later in the day, so keep an eye out. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Turn on a little notification bell down there so you get notified when my picks get posted. But I have 5 picks for you guys today. So yesterday went 4-1. So we've improved our record to 191 and 148 overall, hitting at 56.3%. So right where we want to be. That's exactly where I'm very happy. Very happy on this. That's a high end, like I said yesterday. That's a high end of the numbers I'm going to hit. But that's what I shoot for year in and year out. 54, 56%. I'm very happy with those numbers. Yesterday, Michigan was our only loss. Man, Ohio State can play. They really can. And again, guys, all the numbers in that game pointed to Michigan. It was a contrarian play. Like, Vegas got hit pretty hard in that game. That game had a lot of bets on it, like a lot of bets. And Vegas took 65% of the money on Ohio. So it means they got hurt, even after their juice. There's 11 steam plays on Michigan, not a single one on Ohio. So the Sharps were all over Michigan, but Michigan didn't show up to play. So that's that basically. On our couple weather plays, we got a couple nice wins there, and Northwestern. Kind of kicking myself for Northwestern. It was 7.5 point dog, and I was pretty close to taking the money line, and I talked myself out of it. Normally when I talk myself out of something, it's probably good long term, but I was close to taking the money line. I didn't. Anyways, so but got a win there. So finished 4-1. So good day. I'm going to jump into today's picks because I got a lot to cover with you guys. And as well, I said I might do another video later on, so keep an eye out for that. We're going to start off, guys. New York Jets and Cincinnati. Of all the games going on, one of the less exciting games out there, but money's money, and we'll take it where we can get it. So right off the bat, Cincinnati has not won yet. They're definitely the contrarian play in this. The public is all over the Jets in this game. Cincinnati getting 24% of bets, 25% of the money. But we definitely see sharp money on this. And even though it's only a 1 point difference, where it's 24% of bets, 25% of money, that money is not public money. That is sharp money. And I can tell you why, guys. There's 15 steam or reverse line moves on Cincinnati and only 1 on the Jets, which means to me this is a really heavy public game. The public is very heavy on the Jets. So this specific circumstance, guys, I'm comfortable with that. 25% of money is made up of sharp money for the most part. So we're going to be on Cincinnati +3. I think psychologically in that room, they're going to be looking at this as this is their chance to win a game. They're at home. Let's beat the Jets. You know what I mean? So we're going to take them +3 in that game, guys. I just want to see here. Scroll across. We're +3 across the board. So we're good to go. If you're at Bovada, you can probably get 3.5 in this game. But everywhere else, we're good at +3. All right, so that brings us to game 2. So I said that, right? Yeah, Cincinnati +3. All right, good. That brings us to game 2. Very, very interesting game. San Fran and Baltimore. Battle of the Titans. This is going to be a great game. So right off the bat, guys, the public is heavy on Baltimore. And if you've seen Baltimore play last couple weeks, I totally get why. They're a fantastic team. But this is something that is being discounted a little bit. San Fran's coming off a full 7 days rest. Baltimore is only coming off 6 days rest. Now, if you don't think that 1 day of difference of rest matters, I'm going to tell you something, guys, because it does, and it matters a lot. It matters a lot more than you think. So here's a little system, guys. With 1 day of difference in rest, the visiting dogs on longer rest, okay? There's a system. So what we're looking for in this system is a visiting underdog getting +3 to +6.5. So you don't want those +17 games or anything like that. +3 to +6.5. 7 days rest, for the visitors and only 6 days rest for the home team. The visiting dog covers 66.3%. They're 53-27. They cover 66.3%. That's good for a 28.9% ROI. Where in the NFL can you find 66% and a 28.9% ROI? Very few bets. Also, guys, I mentioned it's contrarian. 39% of bets on San Fran. This is a game. It's a heavily bet game. It is actually the most heavily bet game, I believe, and I'm just going to confirm that. It certainly was. By a long shot. By more than 20%, this is the most heavily bet game. This is the game Vegas needs to make up for the last 2 weeks. Vegas needs San Fran in this game. So what we're going to do, guys, is we are going to take, for our second pick, we're going to take San Fran plus 5.5 in this game. So San Fran plus 5.5. Again, guys, it's to the general public, they don't really think about this stuff. They don't take into account, that 1 day difference, or, if they say, 1 day difference, it's not that big a deal. I mean, maybe, if San Fran was coming off a bye week, but it really does make a difference. And with San Fran's defense, that 1 day difference could matter a lot on the scoreboard. So I'll leave that. We're taking San Fran plus 5.5 in that game, guys. And that brings me to pick number 3. And I almost never do this, but I'm going to be doing it today. We hunt for value, guys. That's what we do. When we find value, we can't ignore it. And I'm going on the same game, San Fran, Baltimore. And I am telling you guys to take San Francisco money line plus 210. And I'm going to explain to you why. So at plus 210, now you can actually have 5 dimes, you can get up to plus 220, but I'm giving you guys the lowest odds out there just so everyone gets a fair shake here. So plus 210, guys. Plus 210 has implied odds of 32.26%, which means that in order to be profitable or break even, San Fran has to win this game 32.26% of the time. So basically 1 out of 3. If they can win this game 1 out of 3 times, if that defense can find a way to get it done 1 out of every 3 games, it's profitable. Okay? So will San Fran, forget the rest thing for a second. Will San Fran find a way with that defense to stop Baltimore 1 out of 3 games? You bet they will. Absolutely. Okay? All we need is 33% to be profitable, but we got something else here, guys. We got the rest factor. And that rest factor is big because when those exact same scenario is presented on the money line, like I just told you guys above, that visiting team well rested, wins 43 games, loses 39. They win the game outright, 52.4%. Remember, all we need is 33% to be profitable. And they're going to win 52.4%. That's good for a 44.8% ROI. So, how do you pass that up? You don't. And that's why, guys, our second pick is going to be San Fran on the money line at plus 210. All day long, when you find value like that, guys, you have to exploit it. It's very, very rare to find value like this in the NFL. And you guys know me, I don't normally put 2 plays on 1 game. But for this particular game, with the amount of value we're finding, we're taking San Fran with the points, and we're taking San Fran money line in this game, guys. All right, next pick, San Fran, Baltimore. We're back. All right, so I have a nice over system in this game. The over system, basically, so you're looking for, you might need a computer for this one, guys, but yeah, this is one of my extensive databases. Non-divisional games with a total between 36 and 47, where the total is dropped between 0.5 point to 3 points. In this case, it has, okay? And you want an under percentage, so the percentage of bets on the under between 18 and 45. That's where you're going to need some kind of computer there. In this case, we're getting 37% of the bets. That comes in at 60.5%. The record is 213 and 139. 60.5% is very good. Now, I'm going to push it one step further. If we take the last system into account, where one team is coming in on 1 day less rest, that number goes up to 63.6%. and the average cover was 7.05 points. So we're going to take the over 44.5 in that game. So we got a lot of bets on that game, guys. Tune in. We got San Fran on the points. We got San Fran money line, and we got the over in that game as well. All right, last game, guys. We have Oakland and KC. I think some of you guys probably picked up this game from the past systems that I've given you guys before. Oakland, Kansas City. I like this for a couple reasons. One, we have our divisional under system. So you guys know our divisional under system has been kicking ass lately. It's always good for 62% over the long term. But something else I really like about this game is we got a little bit of weather. So in this game, the other system I brought up to you guys is wind. So wind between 10 to 38 miles an hour. The game goes under 461 times versus over 362 times. It's good for 56%. So we got a 19 mile an hour wind. Now I told you guys 19 mile an hour wind is not as crucial in the NFL as it is in college football. Much more important in college football, as you guys saw yesterday. But still, we like that win factor because not only do we have the divisional unders in this case, but we also have this weather working for us. And as a nice little cherry on top, we have Steam from Buckeye on the under. And we love Steam from Buckeye because Buckeye is a very sharp book. And whenever Buckeye is Steam, you have to take notice. All right, so that game, guys, we are taking under 50.5. Under 50.5. And I have one more pick. It's not a pick for you guys. It's not a pick. This is more or less a cautionary tale. We'll call it a warning, and it's another one of the big bets, guys. Right now, Green Bay and the New York Giants. All right, so Green Bay, and I was very close to putting a pick on this game. Green Bay is getting 88% of the bets and 82% of the money. So what would Vegas naturally do in that case? They pushed that line up, but they didn't. They went against it. Okay? The New York Giants, guys, are only getting 18% of the money, 12% of the bets and 18% of the money. And Vegas moves that line from 7.5 down to 6.5. Why? Because they want more money on Green Bay. They want money on Green Bay, and I was so close to pulling the trigger on the Giants, but I have a system that lines up with Green Bay that hits right around 60%. So I'm not comfortable betting against that system. But I think, guys, as a cautionary tale, don't fall for the trap. Don't fall for Green Bay in this game. I think this is a game you have to definitely lay off. But this reeks of Vegas trap line. Like all day long reeks of Vegas trap line. On the surface, it looks like no-brainer to take Green Bay. As soon as I start looking at money distributions and seeing the fact that Vegas moved that line down, like they're already getting 82% of the money, and they dropped the line. How much money do they want on Green Bay? This is definitely a game I think Vegas feels like they have many points of advantage over the public here, and that's why they moved that line again. So it's not a pick for me, guys. I won't go like NFL. I want everything to line up. I want everything in the story to be just so. I don't want to be betting against systems, but I was very close to betting that game on the Giants. But I think cautionary tale, guys, lay off that game. Don't touch it. And that's it. So I will be back. As you guys noticed, I didn't have any college basketball play here today, but I will try to do a video again. We did hit one of our super systems yesterday, which was nice. We got the under in that game, easy under. So as those start to come in, as we get more bets throughout the course of the day, it's 6 a.m. here on the East Coast. So I think we'll start to see some more come in as the sharps wake up and we start to get some money distribution from the public. That is important to the system. So, all right. So that's pretty much it for today. I will probably be back. So again, turn on those notifications if you haven't done so. Subscribe. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it. And as always, guys, have a very lucky day.